Hi, I'm Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I am going to be doing a Victorian Christmas house in The Sims 4. So this house I'm doing, the exterior is based off of a Christmas house I have in my house. It's like a Christmas village, and I had an inspiring idea to make one of these houses into The Sims, and so that's the origin of this week's video. Since it is December, I did want to keep everything all Christmassy and things, so there will be a Christmas tree in this house right after we do the living room, which you can see that we are now currently in. And I wanted there to be yellow chairs and yellow couches to go with the yellow treatment on the fireplace, and we're going to be using this rug from Vampire since I do have a lot of Victorian style items in that pack. I don't use like a lot of vampires, but I did use a few things here and there, and I did also use a little bit of Roman magic, like I said, a little bit of here and there, and so I did want to make this house seem old-fashioned, but upgraded to the modern standards. And so I think that's like what I normally do with all my houses that I've tried to make like old-fashioned. I'm like, oh, I need to like restore this to be like so somebody can move into it tomorrow or something. And so here is that Christmas tree I was talking about. It is from Seasons. There is also a Christmas tree that comes with the free holiday pack. So if you don't want Seasons for whatever reasons, I would suggest this pack, Seasons. But if you don't want Seasons to spend all that money, you can get a Christmas tree for the holiday pack. So we are now just in the dining room, carrying in that yellow from the living room, and I realizing this now, but I forgot to add a chair to the top of this table, so hopefully I remember to do that before I post this on the Sims 4 gallery. And if you want to play in this house, my EA ID is CRFALDMO, and this house is probably going to be called something along the lines of Victorian Christmas house. And we're just going to be using these bows that came in the new free updated, like, small update that The Sims is doing. I forgot like the actual word, but there are some items from this free update that are in the kitchen. I had a bit of trouble finding them, and so I was watching Little Simsy's YouTube video about like where the items were, and so like I was watching a YouTube video, and then I was like, okay, that's where it is. I'm gonna put it down in the kitchen so I don't lose it. And so I really like the aprons that come in this pack. You'll see that during the screenshots. I have a nice little area for the aprons, and now we are just basically nice aprons, but what I was just working on is like a sink area, but I really want there to be like some sort of like pantry item in The Sims, like maybe like it kind of work like a closet, but your Sims that kind of like go into it and then like come out with food, if that makes sense. I think that'd be really cool. I feel like that would work better than this little sink dishwasher situation. And so this kitchen is very long and kind of awkward, but it gets the job done. And so now we are in the bathroom on the second level. This is like the bathroom that the kids will share. So I wanted to show this bathroom and not the other bathrooms because I feel like it is the most interestingly shaped because it has like the only bump out. This house is very square, and this is like the only bump out in the house, and so that's what you do when you work with a house and you get inspired by a house that isn't really that has bump outs. You just make a house that doesn't have bump outs in The Sims. And so now we are just going to be adding a bookshelf into this area. We do add a chest table later on. I say later on because it took me a while to figure out what to add in this hallway area, landing area, but I figured if I just put things in the kids' bedrooms, do the office, then I'll be like, oh, there's not room in either of these spaces, so I might as well put it in the landing area, and it works out pretty well. So I was trying to keep this kids' bedroom pretty neutral. I didn't want to have this desk from Parenthood because I feel like the curbs on it were very Victorian to me. I'm not sure if it just felt Victorian. So this is a very kids bedroom, trying to keep it very classic to me and my style of kids bedrooms. And so we are just going to be kind of rearranging some things. I really wanted there to be a dresser in every room just because dressers are kind of important in real life, but when when you're in The Sims, you just need to click on the mirror and then you can basically, which is the same thing. But for some reason, I really wanted there to be dressers in each room. So now we are just in the office, going to be putting a chess table out of the room, and like I said earlier, and so I feel like I've been putting a lot of bonsai trees and art easels in my offices. They just seem to fit the best for the style, and so now we are going to be going into the nursery. I don't think I've ever done like a nursery properly in The Sims, and so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do a nursery in The Sims today. But that they do have to share a nursery with their toddler sibling. But I feel like this bedroom looked pretty good, and this bassinet is from the Realm of Magic pack, and so later on you'll see me adding some more Realm of Magic pack items because that's the only one currently. And so I was just trying to make this nursery very playful, very fun. I don't know what other words to use, but kind of simple, but a lot of like learning items for the kid or toddler. I don't add a tablet, but there is blocks and the Blarfy teddy bear. And so now we are in the primary bedroom of the house, and so this is kind of going to be very quick. In the primary bedroom has a dresser and a bed. I feel like this bed that I'm using it's like, I am Victorian, and so I'm like, I'm going to use you. And so we are just going to be switching out this mirror above the dresser for a pictures. And so I wanted to hide the fact that the railing is coming through the wall, and that's why I put the dresser right there. And so now we are just going to be searching for more Realm of Magic. I'll be putting a few things in the office space and going to be putting some more things from vampires around the vampire pack around the house, along with Parenthood. Just trying to make it seem more lived in, more welcoming, more family oriented, not trying to make it seem like a staged house that you would see on a magazine. And so we are just going to be doing that, going to be adding these heating things since this is a old house, want to keep that classic. And so we are getting close to the end of the video. Just going to be adding some pet supplies because the exterior is using cats and dogs wallpaper. And so I hope you enjoyed watching. The information is in the description, and I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video. Bye!